Okay, this will just be a quick instructional video on how to install a Venco drainage adapter to your wheel. Here's the existing outlet, which a lot of people complain about. What tends to happen is, well, if you have a round bucket, it can be hard to get your bucket up in under the drain hole because of that foot there. So some people will prop the bucket up to tuck it in. Some people will use a square bucket or hang a bucket off the edge here so it sits underneath. But even still, with a lot of use, the clay likes to dribble down and run down all over your wheel. So this basically just slots into the hole to give you a connection for a hose to drain it into a bucket. Not too sure why Venco changed their design. The older wheels just had a regular round hole. Anyhow, I'll show you how to fit this in. So the first step is just unscrewing this bracket. There's two screws that hold it in up here. There might be a bunch of clay against them that you might have to dig out, but first we'll just unscrew those. This bracket is also held in with silicone here, so it might still be quite stuck, so I just grab a knife and just cut in behind here to cut that silicone. So as you can see, they do use quite a bit of silicone here, so we'll just need to cut that excess away, and that'll help your adapter slot in. Just like that. And we might clean up some of this as well. So with that bracket removed and the silicone cleaned up, the adapter's now ready to go in. Sometimes, depending on how well they finish the casting of the wheel and how thick they paint it, this outlet might be a bit narrower from wheel to wheel, so it might be a tight fit getting the adapter in here. In this case, it is actually a bit of a tight fit. So what can be done is this can just be sat in boiling water for about a minute, and that'll soften the plastic and that'll make pressing it in a whole lot easier. Alternatively, you can sand some of this excess paint build up around the edge and just clean that hole out a bit to help it fit. So I just poured boiling water over this and it's now nice and supple, so we can just go ahead and a lot easier, just slot it down in there until it's sitting flush. Now it's time just to go around the edges with silicone.